Good morning students. Today's class we are going to discuss about the topic some more divisibility rules. You can take page number 59 in your NCERT textbook and you can refer from the textbook. Okay children? Now in some more divisibility rule there are 4 points actually. Okay. First point we are going to discuss. You can read that bolded letters. If a number is divisible by another number, then it is divisible by each of its factors of that number. Okay, what they are saying is, if a number is divisible by some other number means, then it also will be divisible by that number's factors also. Okay, that is what the definition which is given in the first part. Okay, related to that definition we are going to discuss the example. Okay children? Now I am going to explain that rule number 1 using an example. Okay, what is the rule number 1? If a number is divisible by another number, then it is divisible by its factors also. Okay, now I will give you an example. Okay, number 24. Actually the number 24 is divisible by 12, right? Yes, the number 24 is divisible by 12. Now what are the factors of 12? 1, 2, 3, 4, 6, 12. Actually, what are the factors of 12? 1, 2, 3, 4, 6, 12. Whether 24 is divisible by 1? Yes. 24 is divisible by 2? Yes. 24 is divisible by 3? Yes. 24 is divisible by 4? Yes. 6 4 is 24, right? So 24 is divisible by 6? Yes. 24 is divisible by 12? Yes. So, if a number is divisible by another number, then it is divisible by the factors of those another numbers also. Understood? This is the one of the divisibility rule number 1. Okay children? Next you can take page number 60. You can see the rule number 2. What is the rule number 2? If a number is divisible by two co-prime numbers, then it is also divisible by their product also. So what is the, you can underline those bolded letters. Okay children? If a number is divisible by two co-prime numbers, okay, we are taking two co-prime numbers. Co-prime numbers means what? The two numbers having common factor only 1. Okay, the two numbers having the common factor as only 1 is called as co-prime numbers. If a number is divisible by two co-prime numbers, then it is divisible by their product also. Okay, now we can let us see the example. By using the example, you will get a clear idea about it. Okay, children? Next, I am going to give you another example for rule number 2. What is the rule number 2? If a number is divisible by two co-prime numbers, then it is divisible by their product also. Okay, listen. Actually, I am going to take two co-prime numbers. 3 into 4. 3 is actually a co-prime number. 4 is a co-prime numbers. Because what is the factors of 3? 1, 3. What are the factors of 4? 1, 2, 4. What is the common factor of 3 and 4? Only 1. Therefore, 4 and 3 are co-prime numbers. 4 3s are 12. Okay. Now we understood 4 3s are 12 is their product. Now let us take a number 12. Actually it is divisible by 3, right? Then it is divisible by 4, right? And it is also divisible by 12. Listen children, if a number is divisible by their co-prime numbers, then it is also divisible by their product also. When you are producting two co-prime numbers, what I am getting? 12. So this 12 is also divisible by 12. This is what your rule. If a number is divisible by two co-prime numbers, it is also divisible by its product also. Okay, understood children? This is how you should learn the definitions. Okay. Next, rule number 3. What is the rule number 3? If two given numbers are divisible by another number, then their sum is also divisible by that number. Okay, listen. If two numbers are divisible by a number, okay, two numbers are there, that two numbers are divisible by a particular number, then their sum is also divisible by its number. That's the same number. Okay, by using the example you will understand the property. Okay children, this is the example for the third rule. Okay, what they have given, if two numbers, okay, they have given two numbers, those two numbers are divisible by a number, okay, then its sum, if I sum these values I will get one answer, no, that answer also divisible by that same number. Okay, listen, 6 is there, okay, 9 is there, this is one number, this is one number. Actually the 6 is divisible by 3, right? Also 9 is divisible by 3, right? So there are two numbers which these two numbers are divisible by 3. So if I add those two numbers like 6 plus 9, I will get 15. This 15 also divisible by 3. Understood the concept? See, there are two numbers children. That number is divisible by a number. If I add those two numbers, that answer is also divisible by that same number. So this is what your definition or the rule number 3. Understood? Next, rule number 4. What is the rule number 4? If two given numbers are divisible by a number, then their difference is also divisible by that number. Okay, last time what we have done, third rule, if two numbers are divisible by a number, then their sum is also divisible, which means if you add also, that number is also divisible by that same number. Here in the fourth rule, what they have given, if two given numbers are divisible by a number, or two numbers are there, if it is divisible by a number, then its difference means what? Subtraction, and you will find, no, that answer is also divisible by that same number. So shall we do by example and find the answer? Okay children? Okay, now I am going to do the I am going to give you example for the fourth rule. What is the fourth rule? If two numbers are there and these two numbers are divisible by a number, and its difference, I will get one answer, no, that value is also divisible by that number. Okay, now shall we start? Yes, I am taking 18 and I am going to take 6. These two numbers are there. Okay, 18 is one number, 6 is one number. Actually 18 is divisible by 2, right? 6 is also divisible by 2. So these two numbers are divisible by 2. Now I am going to do the subtraction of 18 minus 6. What you will get? 12, right? This 12 is also divisible by 2. Okay, so I have taken two numbers children. That two number is divisible by a number, and if I subtract these two numbers, I will get one answer, no, that answer is also divisible by 2. Okay, this is what your rule number 4. Understood? Next, we are going to deal with the next topic, prime factorization. What is meant by prime factorization? If one number is there, okay, one number is given, you can write that number as product of prime factors. Okay, what is meant by prime factorization means? Actually factorization means one number can be written as product of many numbers. Okay, one number can be written as product of many numbers is a factorization. Prime factorization na, if a number is given and you can write that number as product of prime factors, which means you will write only that number in terms of product of primes. Okay, when you deal with the example problem, you will get more idea about it. Okay, you can take your page number 61. There is an example given. Based upon the example, you will understand this concept. Okay, children. What it is given in example problem? Find the prime factorization of 980. Okay. What is meant by prime factorization? You can write this number 980 as product of prime numbers. Okay, that is actually meaning. You are going to write this 980, this is number, as product of prime numbers. Okay, now we are going to do this L division method. Okay, we are going to use this type of method to find the prime factorization. Usually while doing the factorization, you should use like this. Okay, now we can start only, you should use only the prime numbers here to divide it. Okay, so we can start with 2 table. Yes, it is divisible by 2 because our last number is 0. So 2 table, 2 4s are 8 because 2 5s are 10, which is more than 9. So I am using 2 4s are 8. Reminder, 9 minus 8 is 1. Upper reminder you will write here. So 8 will become 18. Okay children, listen carefully. This is a new concept you are going to learn. 2 4s are 8. 9 minus 8 is reminder 1. I will keep here. 8 will become 18. Now 9 2s are 18. 9 2s are 18. Okay, no reminder will come. 0 you will write as such. Because 2 into 0 is 0. Okay, so you are writing 0 as such. Next, again you are going to do, again you can start with 2 table because the last digit is 0. 2 table, 2 dash you will get 4. 2 2s are 4, right? Next, 2 4s are 8. 9 minus 8 is 1, so 0 will become 10. Understood? 2 4s are 8. 9 minus 8 is 1. 1 I will write here. So 0 will become 10. Now 5 2s are 10. Okay. Next. Whether we can do in 2 table? No, because our last unit digit is not an even number. Next. Can we use third table? 2 plus 4, 6, 6 plus 5, 11. No, it is not a multiple of 3. So, you can't use the third table. Next, fifth table. After 2 and 3 prime number, you can go to 5. You should not use 4 children because 4 is not a prime number. You should only use the prime numbers here. Fifth table. Yes, fifth table na last digit 5 is coming. So, 5. You should not use 2 because it is not divisible. So, you can use 24. 1 digit if it is not possible, you can take 2 digit, no problem. Okay. 5 4s are 20. Here 24 it is given. So reminder is 4. So I will write the 4 here. So 45. It will become what? 45. 9 5s are 45. Next. Can we use 2 table? No. Third table? 4 plus 9, 13. No possible. Fifth table. Next, after 3 it is 5. 5 is also not possible. After 5, 7th table. Yes, 7 7s are 49. Next, it is a prime number, right? So you can use the prime number. 7 1s are 7. Till 1 you should write it. Okay. Next, after writing the factorization like this, you should write the answer like this. Okay. Prime factorization of 980 is equal to, I told you prime factorization means you are going to write the product of prime numbers of this particular number. How you will write? 2 into 2 into 5 into 7 into 7. You should not write 1. Why? Because 1 is not a prime number. When you are writing prime factorization, if you write 1, it is wrong. Okay, I will put fully it is wrong. I don't give mark for that because you are asked to write the prime factorization of 980. Upper 2 into 2 into 5 into 7 into 7. That's all. You should not write 1. But usually while you are writing other thing you may write, but you should not write the 1 here. It is no need. But 2 into 2 into 5 into 7 into 7 is the prime factorization for 980. I told you, no, 980 is written as product of prime numbers. Only prime numbers are used here. 2, 5, 7. Only prime numbers are used here. No other numbers should be used. You should not use 4. You should not use 6. You should not use. Only you should use the prime numbers. Understood, children? Now we can start with our exercise problem. What is the exercise number? 3.5. You can take page number 61 and you can take a pencil in your hand, okay children? And you can write the answers side by side. Which of the following statements are true? Actually what we are going to do, we are going to write the true or false for this answer. If a number is divisible by 3, it must be divisible by 9. What they are saying now, if one number is divisible by 3 means that number should be divisible by 9 also. Is it possible? Let us check. I am taking 12, okay? It is divisible by 3. Whether it is divisible by 9? No. It is divisible by 3 but it is not divisible by 9. So this statement is false. Okay, you can write false. Okay children? If a number is divisible by 3, it need not be divisible by 9. Okay, understood? You can write the answer as false. B question. If a number is divisible by 9, it must be divisible by 3. Okay, what they are saying now, if a number is divisible by 9 means it should be divisible by 3. Let us check and see. Yes. 18. Okay. It is divisible by 9, no? Yes. And it is also divisible by 3. Yes, so this statement is true. So if a number is divisible by 9, it must be divisible by 3. But the reverse statement is actually false. Okay? The number is divisible by 9, but it is also divisible by 3. Okay, this is the reverse statement. This is true but this is false. Okay, C question. Okay, what is the C question? A number is divisible by 18. Okay, one number is divisible by 18 if it is divisible by both 3 and 6. Okay, what they are saying now, one number is divisible by 18 if it is divisible by both 3 and 6. Okay, now shall we take a number which is divisible by 18. Okay, what they are saying now, a number is divisible by 18 if it is divisible by both 3 and 6. So that number should be divisible by 3 and 6. So that number will also be always be divisible by 18, they are saying. Okay, shall I take a number 24? Yes, it is divisible by 3, right? It is divisible by 6, right? Whether it is divisible by 18? No. So this statement is false. You can write false. So I am taking a number 24, children. That number is actually divisible by 3 and it is also divisible by 6, but it is not divisible by 18. So this statement is false. What is the statement? A number is divisible by 18 if it is divisible by both 3 and 6. Okay. Next, D question. Number is divisible by 9 and 10 both, then it must be divisible by 90. So what is the question given? If a number is divisible by 9 and 10 both, then it must be divisible by 90. I'm going to take a number. Okay, shall I take 180? Yes. Actually this number is divisible by 9. Yes. It is divisible by 10, right? Yes, and it is also divisible by 90. So this statement is true. Okay, you can take any other number, no problem. Everything will satisfy this property, which means it will be, if it is divisible by 9 as well as 10, therefore it is divisible by 90 also. Okay, this is what your D question. E question. Next is your E question. If two numbers are co-prime, at least one of them must be prime. Is that statement correct? What about I told you when I am teaching co-prime numbers, I am taking two numbers. It need not be prime. Okay, two number can be composite also, no problem. But our common factor should be only one. So two numbers are co-prime. At least one of them must be prime. Is that needed? Whether any one of the number is prime? No. Appo this statement is false. Okay, understood? Yeah, it can be both composite number also. Co-prime number can be both composite number also. It need not to be prime numbers. Okay. Next, what is your F question? All numbers which are divisible by 4. Okay, all numbers which are divisible by 4 must also be divisible by 8. What they are saying, every numbers which is divisible by 4 must be divisible by 8. Okay, I'll take a number 12. Actually, this is divisible by 4, right? Whether it is divisible by 8? No. So, all numbers is not possible. Only few numbers can be possible. But the question they have given is, all numbers which are divisible by 4 must be divisible, they are saying. So, it is false actually. Okay, understood? Like this only you should understand the question and should answer. What is the 8th question? All numbers which are divisible by 8 must be divisible by 4. Opposite of this. Okay, but shall I take a number? I am going to take 16. Okay, actually 16 is divisible by 8. And it is also divisible by 4 also. Likewise, you can take any number which is divisible by 8. It also will be divisible by 4. So, this statement is true. Okay, did you understand the G question? It is divisible by both. If it is divisible by 8, it must be divisible by 4. The reverse sense is true. Okay, understood? Next, H question. What is the H question? If a number exactly divides two numbers separately, it must exactly divide their sum. So they are saying two numbers exactly divided by one number, then its sum also should be divided by this number. This is what one of the rule. Do you remember this rule? If two numbers are given, if that number is divisible by a number, then its sum also divisible by that number. Do you remember this rule? Yes, the same rule. So this condition is true. Okay. Do you remember this rule number? It is rule number 3. That rule, based upon the rule, it is given. What is the only difference there? Divisible they have given. Here divide like that they have given. Okay. What is your I question? If a number exactly divides the sum of two numbers, it must be separated, exactly divides the two numbers separately. Well, that is possible. Let's check and see, okay? I'll do 5 plus 15. Okay, is it possible? Yes, that is possible, no problem. 5 plus 15 actually is equal to 20. Okay, actually this 20 is divisible by 10, is it? But whether this 5 and 15 is divisible by 10? No. So this statement is true, but this statement is false. Okay, 5 plus 15, 20. This 20 is divisible by 10, but this 5 and 15 are not divisible by 10. Understood? This cross opposite sense is not possible. Understood, children? The second question. What is the second question? Here are two different factor tree. Factor tree. Okay, we are going to separate this number into product of two numbers. This is a tree type problem. We have done the factorization, no? Likewise, we can do the factorization in the tree also. That tree is called as factor tree of 60. Write the missing numbers. We are going to write the missing numbers. 60, how they have given? 6 into 10, 60. 6. 2 into dash, you will get 6. 2 into 3, 6. 2 3s are 6. Okay. Next. 5 into dash, you will get 10. 5 2s are 10. So A problem over. Next, B problem. This is also the number 60 is prime factorization. This is different, this is different. Okay. 60. 30 into dash, you will get 60. 30 into 2, you will get 60. Next, 30. How you will write? 10 into dash, you will get 30. 10 into 3. 10 3s are 30. Next, 10, how you will write? 5 2s are 10 or 2 5s are 10. You can write in both the ways also. Understood how to write the factor tree for two different ways? Today's class we have discussed exercise 3.5 first and second problem. And you can write the answers of those problems in your textbook itself. I hope you all understood, children. Thank you.